Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions of Betcraft. It's another very beautiful Friday morning, and once again, we are back with our predictions right on this very channel. And we'll normally look at football matches that are going on across the globe, and also get statistics regarding the past matches for each of these teams. Using those statistics and also making our verdicts on each of these games. Before bringing up forward for you. All right, that's what we do on Betcraft. All right, but we have all these games lined up already. And yesterday was international matches that happened yesterday, and it was quite terrible in some way, seeing that some of the teams that we expected to win, actually lost out. The likes of Iceland lost out to Kosovo, and some other teams that we saw Portugal, not scoring a lot of goals, and then lost out to Denmark and all that. So it's a whole lot of, unexpected occurrences. And today we actually involved club matches in our predictions today. So, and it's a combination of the club matches as well as the international matches. So I will have them already lined up, and it's just why we'll be looking at these matches one after the other. But for those of us who are coming across our channel for the first time and are yet to subscribe, take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you don't miss out on our wonderful football tips that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. All right. That being said, without further ado, we head to the business of the day, and hopefully we'll do very well today. And all right, we'll start with the very first match. It is in the French National, where we have Le Mans, who will be coming up against Gobelins. All right, looking at Le Mans in the last 6 matches. For Le Mans, the home side, they've had 5 victories and also 1 loss in the last 6 games that they had so far. And when you look at Gobelins, their away side, they've actually won once in the last 6 games, and they've had 2 draws, but have also lost 4 matches out of those 6 games that they had in recent times. And when you look at how these 2 teams fared on home and away basis, you could see that Le Mans have done so very well, winning 6 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 2 matches out of those recent 10 home matches that they have so far. And the away side, Gobelins, on the other hand, have won 2 games, and they've also had 4 draws, but have lost 4 matches out of the last 10 away attempts. All right, when we put all that together, also noting the fact that the last meetings for both sides happened in October of last year, and we saw Le Mans on that occasion winning by 3 goals to 2 against this very Gobelin side, from away on that occasion. And we'll be expecting Le Mans, the home side this time around, to take out all the points in this very one, and we expect a home win in this very encounter. Home win, that's our verdict. And the next game that we have for you today is in Wales Premier League, where we have a Newtown who will be up against Connah Quay. All right, and when you look at a Newtown, you could see that it is a 1 victory in the last 6 games, but they've also had 4 draws, but have lost 1 game out of the last 6 games that they have so far. And the way side, Connah Quay have won 5 games out of the last 6 encounters, and they also lost 1 out of those. Looking at how they fared on home and away basis, you could see that playing from home, Newton have not been able to achieve a single victory in the last 10 home matches, but they've also had 4 draws. That's the best they could muster, and they've also lost out 6 times out of 10 in the last 10 home matches. This is not a very good side playing from home even. And when you look at Connah Quay, their away side, they've won 4 games and 2 draws, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. We saw them playing out a 2-0 victory in the last 2 away games that they had. That tells you that they're actually in fine form even when playing from away at the moment. And in this very one, looking at the head-to-head proceedings, we could see that the last 2 times both teams met, we saw Connah Quay winning this very side convincingly on November of last year, and also winning very well against Newtown by 1-0 against Newton last month, actually. So in this very one, we'll be giving it to the away side, who have actually been winning against this very side in recent times. So we'll be giving it to away side, and we expect an away win in this very one. All right, that's our verdict for that very game. And then next, also in the Wales, but in Wales Feeders League, we will have Flint Mountain who will be coming up against Airbus UK. All right, Flint Mountain have had 3 victories and 2 draws, but have also lost 1 game in the last 6 matches. And the way side, Airbus UK winning 3 games and 2 draws, have also lost once in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, when you look at how they fared on home and away basis, you see that for the home side, they have actually won 6 games and 1 draw, but have lost 3 games out of those 10% matches that they had from home. And the away side, Airbus UK, the side that we know have done so very well, winning 8 games and also 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. But we saw and when we look closely, we'll see that it is a matter of goals that goes on in these fixtures for both sides. Looking at the home side, Flint Mountain, out of the last 10 home games that they had, they've actually been able to, experience lots of goals. 9 times out of 10 have seen over 2.5, and Airbus UK as well have also experienced a very similar situation, having achieved over 2.5 7 times out of 10 in the last 10 away games that they have so far. So when we put all that together, we will definitely expect to see goals banging in this one. And the last time both is made was actually in August of last year, and we saw Airbus UK playing from home, winning on that occasion by 4-1. Lots of goal once again, and we'll be seeing a lot of goals in this very one, and it is over 2.5. That's about a minimum of 3 goals. That's what we expect in that very encounter. And we move to the next for today, and we head to the national team matches, where we have World Cup qualifying match in Africa. Rwanda who facing Nigeria. It's quite a very interesting game tonight. Seeing that for Rwanda, they've won 3 games, but have also lost 3 out of the last 6 matches that they had. And Nigeria, on the other hand, winning 2 matches, drawing 3 and losing once in the last 6 games that they had. All right, Nigeria is having a new coach at the moment, Eric Chele, and when you look at how the students fared from home and away, you can see that Rwanda have done very well from home, winning 5 games and 3 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 2 matches against Libya and Mozambique on that occasion. And Nigeria, on the other hand, have not done very well from away, but have actually won 2 matches in the last 10 away games, and also had 5 draws and 3 losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And the last time both teams met was actually in November, and we saw Rwanda, achieving the upper hand, having an upper hand against Nigeria, even from way, beating Nigeria by 2-1 on that occasion. But we are seeing a different Nigeria in this time. And also Nigeria with a new coach. We'll be hoping that the Nigerian side does very well and achieve victory against Rwanda in this very encounter. So we will be going for the away side winning. We expect our side to take the day in this one. Away win. That's the verdict for that very game. And the next game that we have is in World Cup qualifying match in Europe, where we have Romania will be facing Bosnia and Herzegovina. All right, when Romania, the home side, have won 5 games in the last 6 matches. They've also lost once, and the away side, on the other hand, Bosnia have had 2 draws, losing 4 matches out of the last 6 games that they have so far. On home and away basis, Romania have won 6 games and 3 draws, losing just once in the last 10 home matches. And away side, Bosnia have won just once and 1 draw, but have lost 8 times out of those. The last time both teams met, it was Romania who won by 4-1 against this very side. So in this very encounter, we'll be giving it to the home side, Romania, to take the day once again, and it is home to win out shortly. That's what we expect for that very game. And then next, which will be the last for the day, also in the Europa World Cup qualifying match, we'll have Malta who will be facing Finland, and we have Malta winning 3 games and 1 draw in the last 6 matches, and Finland losing all the 6 games that they had at recent times. That's a very, very poor record for Finland away side. And looking at how they fared on home and away basis, you can see Malta have actually won 3 games and 3 draws, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 home matches. And away side, Finland have actually managed to achieve 3 victories and a draw, but have also lost 6 games in the last 10 home attempts, in the last 10 away games actually. And on head-to-head basis, you can see that last time both was far back in 2018, and it was Finland who played from home and won on that occasion by 5-0. Prior to that, we also saw Finland beating this side by 2-1 in international friendly. And in this very one, knowing that Finland actually have quality players in terms of, better quality players actually, and we'll be expecting Finland to take the day in this very one. It is the away side that we expect to win out shortly in this one. Away win, that's our verdict. And that brings our operations for you today on Betcraft to a conclusion. Wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. Sometimes it may disappoint. We do not pray for that, although, and we pray for success in this one. And hopefully, by tomorrow, we'll be discussing your tickets being green and success. All right. Wish you the very best of luck. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be coming up with our predictions right here on Betcraft. But until that time, keep running.